Hello everybody, this is Scott Shikawa, and as you know, we've been covering the contested case hearings going on in Hilo. So, the past month or so, we had folks coming down as expert witnesses to testify in support of the TMT project, and we had a chance to interview some of them during that time, and one of them is Ed Stone. Ed is the executive director of the 30-meter telescope project, and we had a chance to talk to him about the economic, the scientific, and the educational benefits of building the 30-meter telescope in Hawaii. And this is what he had to say.
My role is sort of overseeing the development of the 30-meter telescope, and we're looking at Hawaii, of course, is our prime site. When you go to a larger telescope, several things happen. For instance, by going to 30 meters instead of 10, which is what Keck is, you get 9 times more light because that's the area. On top of that, the light is focused on a spot which is only 1/9 as large, so it's 81 times brighter in the 30-meter telescope than it would be in a 10-meter telescope. That will allow us to see the very dimmest objects, the planets around nearby stars, or galaxies and stars which formed very long ago and are very far away. The space telescopes, the next generation will be 6.5 meters. That's the James Webb telescope. That's a very large telescope to launch, but it's not 30 meters. And so the angular resolution of the TMT will be 3 times sharper than that of the 6.5 meter telescope. Cutting-edge technology is what really creates the infrastructure we have now in our everyday lives. And I think what astronomy does is it shows you the power of that in a very interesting, dramatic way that engages the public and attracts students to take the courses they need in order to be able to be functional in the technological future. Today, the Mauna Kea is the top of the world in terms of capability. It has 8 and 10 meter, 2 10-meter telescopes, 2 8-meter telescopes, so they're cutting edge. But 10 years from now, there will be a 30-meter or larger telescope somewhere in the world, and if it's not here, that means that the frontier for astronomy will move to a different place on Earth. If we want to keep the best students interested, we have to have the frontier instruments for them to work with and to have, and especially for the scientists who have to compete for science. There's a big ripple effect. In fact, we have probably about 150 direct employees when we're operating, but that gets multiplied because, in fact, those employees require services, and so it turns out that it's a multiplier effect, so it's a much larger effect on the community than just 150 reasonably well-paid jobs.
So the contested case hearings continue in Hilo, and if you want to keep up to date on what's going on, we have Facebook updates as well as a blog on hearing dates, and that's at our website, maunakeaandtmt.org. As you probably know, the Big Island Public Access Channel, NALEO, also covers the hearings throughout the day. You can keep track of it that way, and hope to see you then next time.